This is the plaintiff, Dr. Abraham Brenholz. He says the defendant came into his practice in desperate need of complete dental restoration. He also fixed a broken crown, and let's just say they didn't hit it off personality-wise. He said something to the defendant, she didn't like it, and basically lost her lunch on him. Then she wrote a scathing letter to the Better Business Bureau filled with lies about him, and that letter mysteriously ended up on over 300 websites. His business reputation's now grossly tarnished, and the insanity has to stop. He's suing for $5,000, the value placed on the defendant's libelous insults. This is the defendant, Verna Gadsden. She says the plaintiff's a crook who attempted to rip off her insurance company by charging for things he didn't do. It's a good thing she's a smart cookie because she figured out his scam before she was cheated. She complained to the Better Business Bureau, and she guesses the plaintiff was none too happy to hear what she had to say. She's accused of creating a dental disaster.
You're welcome. Okay, Dr. Abraham Brenholz?
Yes.
You are suing one of your patients, Verna Gadsden, for $5,000 for libel based on some complaints that she made against you to the Better Business Bureau. Tell me what's going on.
What happened was she wrote a letter to them, basically full of lies. Nothing in it is accurate at all. And as a result of this letter, someone hacked into the Better Business Bureau computer, and basically this went viral all over the internet.
Just her letter?
This negative someone hacked in and wrote their own letter saying something, I have it here, defective, if you don't respond to this, there's going to be negative things said about you. And it wouldn't have happened if she didn't write this first letter.
Wait, but I'm trying to understand, who hacked into the Better Business Bureau?
According to the Better Business Bureau, which sent me this alert.
Okay.
Someone, I could read a Better Business.
Yeah, let me see it. Can I see it?
Yeah, sure.
And perhaps, hold on. Okay. Okay, let's backtrack a second, all right? You're suing because she filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, and then you received a scam alert from the Better Business Bureau.
What?
Okay. You feel that somehow her letter went viral. Did you ever see her letter to the Business Bureau on any website, yes or no?
No.
All right, now, Ms. Gadsden, let me hear from you. You had some complaints that caused you to write a letter to the Better Business Bureau. Tell me what the complaints were.
The complaints were, I discovered him while listening to the radio station that I listened to. He was advertising for implants, which is what I need. I called him up. I made an appointment for a consultation. He reviewed everything. I went in with my own x-rays. I told him that I had my dental insurance, and I wanted him, whatever we came up with, I wanted him to file it with the insurance company. He gave me a quote of how much it would cost.
How much?
It was $17,000.
To do what?
To do the implants. I need a lot of dental work done. My mouth is in bad shape, and I need a lot of work done. So that was in May. So I didn't get back to him. I did go back to him about mid-May. I went back to him because I had a chipped tooth and I had a loose crown, tooth number 7. Tooth number 7 is a fractured tooth, and it will not stay in, and I know that. But when I went into him, I went in, he repaired the chip, and he rebonded the chip, the loose crown. He asked me for money up front. He asked me for $400, which I know, I've been to dentists before, they have to get something up front, and then they pass it on to the insurance company. I gave him the $400 up front.
The $400 was for what?
That was to fix the chipped tooth. And
so what was the total price of the chipped tooth?
We didn't charge her for the chipped tooth.
Did she pay you $400?
She gave me a deposit towards the $17,000 that we were going to do.
So the $400 was a deposit towards the major work?
May I expand on that?
I want you to just answer me. Was the $400 a deposit towards the major work, or was it a charge for whatever chipped tooth you were helping her with?
It was essentially a deposit, yes.
Okay. Do you have your business records so I can see what monies she has paid you? Because, see, the essence of your complaint is she filed a false complaint. Right. So I have to get into her complaint. So may I see your business records on this patient?
I have a copy of her chart.
Okay.
But the financial is something different.
Well, but you have, you were taking money from her, so there has to be financial.
Right. We had a $17,000 case.
I don't want you to talk anymore. I want you to show me your business records regarding both your her treatment and the financial.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. So he bills you $400 and you paid it willingly.
Yeah, I paid it.
Okay, and then what happened?
I went back to him in July. Tooth number 7 again, because it is a fractured tooth. He asked for money up front, $75. He came out with internal revenue story. I heard so many different stories.
Wait, what? I'm sorry?
He said, I'm having problems with the IRS. Could you pay me up front? My money is frozen. I don't know.
And was that $75 a down payment, or was that for the loose crown?
I understood it to be part of the deposit.
So that $75 wasn't for the loose crown either?
Not in particular, no.
No, well, not in particular, no, doctor. That's not an answer. That's either it was or it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Okay. Now, the next time you go in, you're charged how much?
I'm charged $1,100, but the $100 was for loose crown number 7 again.
Okay. Now, she acknowledges that the 1,000's for a deposit for the big work that hasn't happened.
Right.
But the 100, she says you charged her 100 for the loose crown that time. Did you do that or no? Okay. Now, we have a problem because I've seen the correspondence from the insurance company,
right,
where they talk about how you are billing them for, they talk about the discrepancy between your records, what you submit to insurance, and what you have submitted to her, and that it's 3 different things. Maybe you're just a little disorganized. Maybe you're a great dentist, but a really bad businessman.
May I explain?
But being a really bad businessman and taking money from a patient and then billing the insurance company, because he billed your insurance company and he didn't say to pay you.
And he gave me a bill, too.
No, I didn't get money from the insurance company until 8 months later.
So you got money from the insurance company?
Until January.
When did you get money from the insurance company?
We finally got $260 in January of 2012, and we started in March of 2011.
Okay. Now, the insurance company, as I understand it, has asked you to clarify all the discrepancies between the bills.
I sent them a final bill. I did, of course.
Okay. Can I see the answer?
Okay.
All right. Now, she sits in your chair the very last time that she shows up, and according to him, you have a bad attitude, and you're arguing with him. What are you arguing with him about?
Your Honor, I don't argue.
The money aspect?
I don't argue. I called him up from August until December. We had no contact whatsoever. Now, I went in December. He examined the mouth. He gave me this dated October. I told him about the tooth that I was having problems with and number 7 again. He extracted that tooth. He rebonded number 7, and everything was fine. We were going to go along. I was going to try to see if I could get the money financed, and I have some money that I was going to put with it. But before I could get out of the chair good, he's asking me for more money. So I said, well, I'll bring you $500 when I come in. No, he says I need $1,000. And then that's when I finally woke up and realized that something's wrong here with this. And I told him, I said, I'm not coming back. I don't want to come back anymore. And when I said that, I came back into his office.
You felt he was nickel and diming you. And then you filed a complaint with the Better Business Bureau on what date?
December the 19th, I filed it. Okay. December the 19th.
So she files a complaint with the Better Business Bureau on December 19th. And then the doctor gets in January this fugazi email, this fake email from some hacker saying, click on this site to respond to the Better Business Bureau complaint against you. However, if you click to that site, what you do is you get it like some other site, right? And it's probably put a virus on your computer and all that other stuff.
Right, that's essentially what happened.
Right.
So would you go to a dentist who had financial difficulty?
I don't think so. It makes me kind of nervous.
Why would it make you nervous? I mean, he could still be a good dentist.
Well, he may be, but he could just open your mouth and take out your gold fillings.
What do you think? Would you go?
I think if it had been a dentist I'd been going to for a while and he got into financial problems, you know the dentist.
But not a stranger.
But not a stranger.
Fair enough. Go inside the courtroom.
Let's distill this then to its essence. Okay. In order to prove a libel case, you're suing for $5,000 from her because you feel that she committed libel. There's 2 things that you have to prove with libel of this sort. One of them is that somebody made a false statement, and the other one is that either you are damaged to a certain amount of money or it was damage to your professional reputation. Of course, somebody saying horrible things about your reputation as a dentist would be damaging to your professional reputation. But you are standing here telling me that because some hacker hacks the Better Business Bureau, I should now punish her for filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau, which in essence means anybody who has a complaint filed against them by a customer or a patient is now liable for the statutory maximum just for filing a complaint. She didn't publish it. By your own admission, she's not the publisher. First of all, I don't even know that it was published. I think you are vastly overestimating the significance of this email from the Better Business Bureau. This is just something potentially that happened. If you clicked onto there, you might have a virus. But let's assume that the worst thing happened. Like, let's catastrophize to what it is you fear happened, which is that her letter went out to millions, went viral. Viral like the dancing baby, okay? Viral. Let's assume that happened. If she's not the person who made it viral, she's not responsible for that. The hacker is. In essence, what's her conduct that you want me to punish her for? Filing a complaint with the Better Business Bureau?
There is nothing in this statement that's accurate. And then she wrote another letter to the Better
Doctor,
Business
you're
Bureau.
telling me, can I just tell you about, with regards to the truthfulness of it, can I just tell you that I've asked you for records, you can't give them to me.
I just gave them to you.
You didn't give me the financial records.
Because we're not finished with you.
It doesn't matter that you're not finished. What do you think? You're the first
gave her a
rodeo
copy
I've ever
of it.
been involved in?
I gave her a copy of it.
Yeah, then why don't you give me one?
I
okay?
forgot to bring it.
The
I'm
insurance company
sorry.
is complaining because you're taking money from the customer and then you're billing them for what you already charged
They're
her
not
for.
complaining. I
But
didn't bill them.
let's put all of that to a side. You have a libel case against her because somebody else may or may not have distributed a complaint she made to the Better Business Bureau to millions of people. And that is not a libel case. You know she's not the hacker. She did nothing but file a complaint against the Better Business Bureau, and that every person who files a complaint against the Better Business Bureau that a business person disagrees with, they don't get to file a $5,000 libel complaint against them for it. And, may I just add, she seems to have a reason to have a beef. Verdicts for the defendant.
Let's see what Doc has to say coming out on the losing end here. Step right in here. What do you have to say now?
I really wasn't able to present my case. What went on here is she presented herself as someone who wanted all this work done. And when she came in, she gave me money. I didn't ask her for it. Then when she came in for a broken crown, I said to her, I said, listen.
Sounds like you made a mess out of the whole case with this woman.
Can I
Financially?
finish? I really didn't make a mess at all. And I said to her, she said, do I owe you anything?
5 seconds.
All right. I said, no, but usually I charge this, so she put it on as a deposit. I thought she was going through with a big case.
Okay, sign your documents right down that way. Come on in here. You're taking a deep breath and a sigh?
Because I just coming in and being nervous, but I presented my case truthful. And that's everything that I said in that room today is the truth. Mm-hmm. And none of that money was applied to the actual work except for the $1,000. Each time I went in for that loose crown, he charged me.
So a red flag went up. Your antenna went up. Something wasn't right. But
late it went up.
Did he help your teeth at all?
No, I got to go. Now I'm going to have the work done. I didn't want to do anything until after everything was settled.
He didn't even fix the choppers? No?
No.
All right. Harvey?
You know, if you file a malicious claim with the Better Business Bureau, you could be sued for libel or slander. But in this case, she was not malicious at all. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.